Hello guys, welcome back to the Beastie Room. Today we're going to do a spider that I don't believe we've shown on the channel. We've had them some time now, and they're due an upgrade. So this will be the home that we make for them before they go into their final home. Now it's an Asian semi-fossorial spider, and one that's caused quite a stir in the hobby, and is very popular. But it's also because of the pricing of these guys, they are a little bit on the pricey side. So they're not particularly common. They are bred here and there, but hopefully we've got 4 of them, and if we can manage to breed them, there'll be a few more in the hobby. That's the plan. That is the plan. And they are, of course, the Birupes simoroxigorum. That is one hell of a name. Simoroxigorum. That's lovely, isn't it? Right, so what we're going to do, we are going to set up some real nice and easy things. Now what I'm going to use, you can see at the moment, these are in like a 32-ounce deli cup. And these are what they went in when they were tiny little slings. And I mean, they were literally about a centimetre when we got them. And I put them straight in here. And one of the reasons we've done that is because I've found that many of our slings, especially some of our fossorial stuff and what have you, many people keep them in the sling pots themselves. I've found they do rather better giving them a little bit more space. These pots give them plenty of room. The only thing being, if you do move your very small 1 centimetre, 2 centimetre slings into a 32-ounce deli cup, you do need to make sure you take a little bit extra care when it comes to feeding them and water and things like that, and just their general environment, because they're so small in such a large enclosure. So you do need to be a little bit more on the ball with them. But that being said, I do believe they do better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move them over to these here. Now these are the Birupes containers. I like these a lot. These really are nice, and as you can see, these are nice. These are clear, so you can see through, and when you put them up on the shelf, they actually stack because of the way the lids are designed. They got little nodules on for the corners, so your actual tubs sit inside like that, but it doesn't block up the air holes. So they're really, really cool for that. They also have a split lid as well, which is here, and I always put my tubs, when the lid's on there like that, the small opening end, I always put the water at this end, and I put the hide at the other end, and that gives them a little bit of security. So if you've got a fast spider, you can literally just open that little bit, pop your food in, do your water. You're not in risk of having to take the whole lid off to do it and risk losing your spider. So just a couple of little things there why I like them. Now what we've got here now is this is just a mix of potting compost and our beastie substrate. Some stuff that I've already made up. So this is going to be a real basic enclosure. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. What we're looking for with our spiders at this stage in their lives is we are looking more at our husbandry than we are about aesthetics. So we're not worried too much whether it looks really pretty in their enclosure or not. It doesn't really matter. What we're worrying about is making sure our spiders grow at a real nice steady rate, so that when we do finally move them over into their adult accommodation, they are at their very best. And that is the most important thing with spider keeping, is we're looking at getting our spiders at the optimum that we possibly can. Now this is a semi-fossorial spider, and you'll note there's not a huge amount of substrate there. It's not massive. It doesn't need to be. So what we're going to do, we're going to put just a simple piece of bark in each one, and what they can do is they can burrow down and they can go underneath this piece of bark should they wish to. Or what is more likely to happen is they will, yeah, look at that. Yeah. Our very own little isopods. See, these are already in the inside the substrate. He might well get eaten because these guys aren't very big. So we're going to do that. We're going to put that in there like that. Then we've got a little bit of sphagnum moss. Now we could use live moss, but because these are going to go up on the shelf, the chances are the live moss will just die off. So what we're going to do, we're going to just use a little bit of this. Don't need a lot. Just a little bit. And this is just really, just to keep a little bit of moisture in there. It's a very, very small amount really. You also find they'll be able to burrow down underneath this as well. Give them somewhere to hide in the early stages. And then we're going to put a simple water bowl in there. One in the corner. And one of the other advantages of keeping these nice and simple like this is, as we said earlier on, our main aim here is to provide our spider with a healthy upbringing. And by that I mean we can keep it nice and simple so our spider doesn't have to work hard to find his food. These are all fed, literally just thrown the food in there and they hunt the food down themselves. But by doing it like this, it keeps it nice and simple, nice and easy for them. And as you can see there, very, very easy. So what we're doing then is we'll just top up our water. Put that in there. And that is it. That is our enclosures up and ready. Ready to run. Now we've got quite a simple way of doing this now. Is we are going to put our lids on. Like so. Snap them open. When they're brand new, they're actually, you have to snap these open. Put them like that. You see that click there. There you go. Now these are 1.3 litre tubs, these. And I find these are absolutely superb for all spiders right up to juvie size. They'll do really, really well in these. As you can see there, these are all lovely. They look really, really nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to keep our desk nice and clear because these are a fast spider. Very, very quick. So we're going to have a nice clean desk. So should we get an escape, we should be able to catch it nice and easy. We've got our catch cup. So we'll just leave that there. Like so. That's ready for when we want it. We're all good. We're good to go. So what we're going to do now, we are going to take the lid off of our tub. Now that's good, you see, we've got a molt in this one already. None of these have been sexed yet, so we don't know what they are. But we'll keep that. Keep a hold of that. We can come back to that at a later date. Now our Birupes is under there. So what we're going to do, we're going to offer this up to this like this. And we're going to see if we can't get him to come out. Here he comes. Let's just open this up a bit. He's actually tucked down behind this piece of log, so he might run out when we remove this log. He might well pop out. Oh, he's half buried. That's cool. So what we're going to do now, fingers crossed, he runs straight in the tub. So we're going to push him out backwards. You might well get a little view of him now. See those legs? Beautiful, look at that. Isn't that just stunning? Now there's no artificial light on this guy, and this is what these spiders are famous for. That neon blue on the legs. Absolutely shockingly blue. Look at that. That is the bluest blue in the spider world. It's very blue. Right. Now, as we said earlier on, these are an Asian fossorial species. They come from around Borneo, Malaysia. And as an Asian fossorial species, these are quite quick to defend themselves. They're not as bad as some of the others. You can see this one's got a little bit of growing to do. And what we're going to do now, we're going to just try and gently move him in. We don't want to see any aggression from him. That's it. We want you to walk up there. Oh, he's gone. Now you saw how quick that was.
He's literally there.
Now the fun part.
So you've kind of got him.
Yeah. Now, as these guys can climb, we don't want him coming up. We want him to go down. Okay.
Wrong way.
Oh. This is what we didn't want him to do. Hold him there. Get me lid. There we go. We got him. Now, as you'd have seen there, our desk has solved the problem. Once again, it's stepped up to the mark and we've caught our spider. As you can see there, it's not foolproof. It doesn't actually stop them coming out, but what it does do is it slows them down, which gives us the opportunity to work nice and easy, stay calm, and nice and gently we can go through and get our spider.
Shall we try again?
We're going to try again. Yes, my dear, we're going to give it another go. You go, one more look at that. Look at the colours. Isn't that beautiful? Right, shall we try this again? Okay. Right, we're going to put that like that. We're going to close that down like that. Hopefully it's going to fall straight in the box. Nice and gently. And there you go. That's one in. Hidden away. Okay. Going to take our label off. And we can put our label on our box so we know who we got. Because as you can see up here, the shelves get a little busy. So it's very, very important that we can literally just have a look at a glance and we know exactly who we've got. You can see they're all labelled here. Everyone has a label, so we know exactly what we've got. Right, that's that one done. Now we've only got 4 of these, so we've got 4 chances of it all going wrong.
3 now.
We've got our molt here. Let's not forget that. We'll put that on top there. We'll save that. Right, let's see what this little one does. Once again, absolutely beautiful, beautiful colouring. Now you've got to be careful when we lift this out that we don't lift the webbing because it's likely to spook her. Can you see that? It helped with a little bit of extra light. Look at that.
A bit.
Look at the blue. Right, let's try it. Right, we'll give that one more try. Problem is they run round and then go. Nice and gently. That's it, we're in. And there's a malt in that one as well. So we'll put that on top. As you can see, they're very, very active. When they first go in, because it's all brand new, and they don't know what to make of it all. So it's very, very alien to them. They will tear around and move around very, very quickly. But once they start webbing up, they'll settle down and you'll be able to open these enclosures up without fear of them running out. Well, that one went a bit smoother, didn't it? Alright, let's try this one. We'll put our label on first. Now these were captive bred on the 5th, 21. So May last year. Alright. There she is there.
It.
It? Yeah, we don't know what it is yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get this piece of wood out again. It's not going to happen. Well, she's going to be gone before we get there. This one seems slightly smaller. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. I can't actually see you.
She's below your elbow. Now she's gone round the back.
This is good. Right, where is she now?
Right, let's have a look.
Can we
she's
see?
actually on your sleeve on this arm. And she's coming up to your shoulder. She's coming round. There you go. She's done the full circuit of you. Back round. Ooh, she's literally doing a circuit. Now she's gone up your sleeve.
No, not inside.
I think she has.
Oh, man.
Can you feel her?
No. This is not good, guys. Oh, she's here.
This is a beastie first. This is
Yeah,
good.
this is...
Right, what I'm going to do...
No, I'm not going to do anything. No, you're not going to do anything.
Okay. We're just going to video what goes on then.
Right, she's up here.
Oh yeah, she's on the head. Now where's she gone? Yep, she's on your back, coming around the front again. She's just on your neck, going back round up your head again.
Oh, for crying out loud, man. Right.
I could have caught her up there.
Where is she?
Under your hand. Oh, she's at, no, back here, so nape of your neck. You're doing well. That's it, you got her on your hand. She has literally done the Dave circuit.
My
She's
golden Bennett.
giving you the proper run around.
Right. Enough is enough. Please.
Yeah! Well done.
Right.
Be calm. Be gentle.
Right. That is not how you're supposed to do it. But, as you would have seen there, although these are Asian fossorial spiders, when you've got your young slings and things like this, they are reasonably well behaved. As you can see there was no aggression with that spider whatsoever, which was very, very pleasing, because when I could feel it running around my armpit and round the back here, it's not the most comfortable thing. So yes, got to be very, very careful. If that had been an adult spider, we wouldn't have been so much trying to move around like that with a very, very fast spider like this. We probably would have just caught it up in a catch cup and gone from there. Right. You get to see it all here, didn't you guys? Right then. One more. Tuck my shirt in, put the sleeves up. Right then. Here we go. We're gonna give this one more try. We didn't get this much trouble with the funnel webs.
No.
Right, there we are. Look at that. Another beautiful specimen. Notice how long the abdomen is. Really, really long abdomen. And this one, looking at the colour of it as well, is probably getting quite close to a molt. It probably looks like it's in pre-molt, which is good, because one of the advantages of moving them over into these bigger enclosures is we should now stand a chance of getting a much better molt from them, in terms of a molt that is intact, so that we can actually get it under the microscope and try and find out what sex they are, because it's very, very important. We've got 4 here, so hopefully there will be at least one female. That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for.
It'd be the one that was just doing circuits.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that was a female. Yes, most definitely. Right, here we go. We're going to try this one more time. Behave yourself. Right, here we go. Notice how it just sits there, poised, ready to go, in the total different direction to what we want. It's going to be inside there, isn't it? Where did it go? Hello?
Is it in the bottom?
I think it must be. No, I'm going to lay that there just in case. There it is. Right. It's actually just down here. I'll take the wall bow out. There she is. It. Alright, here we go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put that little bit of stuff back in, because hopefully it will go to that. There we go. We're in. Yeah, that was definitely a male.
Yeah.
Much better behaved.
Us girls like to cause you trouble.
Don't you? Right. So there you go. A nice simple rehousing. And you can see by the size of these spiders that we could have left them in there a little longer. But as I was saying before, I think quite a few of these, they do benefit from having that little bit of extra space. And I do think it actually works out well in their growing. I think they grow better, if that makes sense. I think they just do a lot better for it. I think if we keep them cooped up in small enclosures too much, there is a place for the vials. You know, there are things that we can use them for. My celadonias I keep in the vials, and they definitely do better in a smaller space. But things like these, they do better. And I find the avics, they're another one that do very well by giving them that little bit extra space. Now, in terms of environment and care, what we're looking for with these guys is we're looking for a damp substrate. So again, we're looking at where we can squeeze it where there's a little bit of moisture in it, but it's not sticking to your hand. So it wants to be a bit like that. So it's not dry, but it's not wet either. We put a simple piece of bark here, and this is for them to burrow underneath, or what often happens is they will web all around it. So it's giving the anchor point, and they will make an actual circle all the way around that piece of bark, and that becomes their home. We can use the moss in there. This is nice because it can literally just add a little bit of moisture to it. It just gives that little bit of humidity within the enclosure. Because one of the things you will find with these Birupes pots, they've got air holes either end, and they can dry out. If you're in a warm room like this, they can dry out. Also, on the opposite end to it, if it's too wet in there, these will sweat. So it's a bit of a sort of a strange one there. If it's too wet, they will sweat. If you've got it just right, it will dry out quite quickly. So you just need to keep your eye on it. Just look at the colour of the soil. Keep the colour, that nice dark colour, and you'll be fine. Right, so now we've got them in there, we'll give them a few days and they will settle down. I'm trying to think. No, we haven't got any down there. But we can, yeah, they will settle down. And what we're looking at food-wise for these are only, what are they? Getting on 1.5 inches. These guys will take on large crickets, no problem at all. They'll pick them up real easy. So they're very, very simple to look after. And hopefully they're going to be just as simple to breed. That's the plan. That's what we're hoping for. Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Look at this one here. Look at this. Come and have a look. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Can you see that through the plastic?
It's the light above reflects.
Oh, I'll tell you
That's
what.
better-ish. No. We're risking it.
Yeah, we're gonna open this up just so you guys can get one last look at these spiders, because they are really special. I can't wait for them to become adults. They will be really nice. You should get some nice angles there. Let's see, if you move away a little bit, you'll get more light. What a stunning spider. Now, as we were saying before, there are far more of these around now. I think they came into the hobby in around about 2019, and they caused a bit of a stir, but they're far more readily available now, and they really are such a pretty spider. And for a fossorial spider, you do see them out quite a lot. And again, we can adjust that with our feeding of them, same as we do with all our other fossorials. What a beautiful spider. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And you would have seen from there, it doesn't always go as planned. Not always. So, remember, when it doesn't go as planned, stay calm. It's not going to kill you. We just relax and we get it all under control. Eventually. We had 2 escapes there, didn't we?
Yeah.
4 spiders, 2 escapes.
Yeah.
I need to get more sleep, guys. I'm exhausted. I think that's what it is.
We'll see if we end up with 2 girls, 2 boys.
Yes. Right then. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. That was very eventful. Much fun. Right then. Don't forget, be calm, be gentle, and love your spiders. And I'll see you soon, guys.